So we're looking here at another equation with a bunch of fractions, and the goal here, of course, is to try to make this equation look like one that we already know how to solve, which would mean getting those fractions out of there. And of course, the key to getting those fractions out of there is figuring out the least common multiple of the denominators, because if it weren't for these denominators, there wouldn't be fractions. I will also add here that you don't really need to find the least common multiple. Any common multiple will do, but it's always better to find the least common multiple, because then your answer will, usually be, you'll be using smaller numbers throughout the problem, and the calculations are a little bit easier. So as we think of numbers that 3 and 4 both go into, 12 comes to mind, and then mentally, and again, here's my little brain cloud, I'm going to multiply everything by 12, but when I do the fraction part, we picked the 12 because we wanted to get these denominators to cancel. So mentally, if I'm doing 12 times a negative 3/4 x, I picked that 12 because it would make this 4 cancel, and when it cancels, it'll leave just 3. So I'm doing like a 3 times a negative 3x to give me negative 9x. When I do 12 times the 2, well, that's going to be, I almost said 48, but that's actually going to be 24. When I'm doing 12 times the 5/3 x, again, we picked the 12 to make the 3 cancel. So when the 3 and the 12 cancel, we're left with 4, and 4 times 5x is going to be 20x. And then the last part, the 12 times the negative 4, I got to actually do that. That's negative 48. Now this has bigger numbers, but at least there's no fractions. And I'm going to imagine this line here and try to get all the x's on one side. I prefer to keep the x's positive, so I'm going to add a 9x to both sides. So this 9x will cancel, and on this side of the equation, the 9x and the 20 are both positive, so they're friends. They make 29x. Everything else gets copied down. Now to get the x by itself, I'll go ahead and add 48 to both sides. Oh geez, 48 plus 24 I think is 70, right? No, 48 plus 24 is not 70, it's 72. We'll say equals 29x. Now it's getting a little bit sloppy, so if you can't read that, it says 72 equals 29x, and then the last step to get the x by itself is to divide both sides by 29, which is a prime number, so it has no factors, and it definitely does not go into 72, so that would be my final answer. That fraction does not reduce. I don't know if Alex accepts decimals or not, so you can try and see if it would take a decimal. The problem with decimals is if they repeat, you can't put them in Alex. So I guess you do want to put in fractional answers, you want those fractions reduced. So good luck, and if you have any questions about this, please email me. Bye.